Welcome back to the Cozy Cottage Homestead. Yes, please forgive me. It has definitely been a little while since I've made a video. We have been just enjoying life, taking a little break, practicing what we preach. Told my husband, sometimes you have to stop working so hard and not forget to live your life while you're out making a living. So it's our anniversary weekend, and we decided to come to a state park. And we are tent camping at Site B3, and it is called Blakeley Historical State Park. We went on a wonderful little boat tour on the river, learned a lot about the Civil War. I think I'm going to try to have this out for Veterans Day, possibly. My husband is a retired Navy. He's a veteran. My father was an Army veteran. So I'm just going to walk down through here, and I'll put in some footage later of us on the river tour and some of the other stuff that we've seen along our little trip. And this trip, I think it was about 3.5, a little more hours from our home, so it wasn't too bad. And budget friendly. State park camping and tent camping is a lot cheaper than owning and maintaining a camper. So yes, even though we're getting up there in age, we decided to go tent camping. And of course we have our air mattresses to make it a little more comfortable, because it's a little rough sleeping on the ground in a tent. But we decided to go ahead and take a short little trip. Now we're just approaching our little campsite. There's my honey there on the right. And we did not pack the whole house. Now we did get an improved campsite, so we do have water and electric, so we can recharge our rechargeable fan, light, stuff like that, phones, whatever we need to do. So that's always a plus. Spend a little extra money, but yet you're saving so much money because you're not in a hotel and you're just outdoors camping. The campsites are wonderful. They are secluded. It makes you feel like you're like the only one out there. But of course at nighttime the kids get a little rowdy, but that's the fun of being at a campground. Everyone's out walking. Probably the only place you can feel safe at night when you see a bunch of people walking around with flashlights. And you have nothing to worry about, you hope still, because usually you don't. Usually it's pretty safe in a state park. But we've just been taking it easy, relaxing. I'll show you how much stuff we brought with us camping. We have one tote with all our camping gear in it. We went as light as possible. Tried to do the bare minimum. Of course, we have a small little ice chest. You can tell by looking at the picnic table. Someone left a citronella candle. So, of course, we are glad about that, because then we can just light it up so we don't have any problems with mosquitoes. It's been around 75-ish degrees today on this is on a Saturday. When we came in on a Friday, it was like 80 degrees and it was hot and humid, but it did cool off last night, so we were able to get a little bit of rest. Brought my own dish liquid, just filled up an empty bottle. Let's go ahead and look in the camping to show you how very minimum. Just brought stuff that we needed for sandwiches. We did sandwiches the first night. We're going to do hot dogs, and guess what? We're going to splurge. We're going to make us some s'mores tonight after we do our supper. So all on the campfire. We have our little coffee mugs right there. Of course, we have our percolator. What's the percolator? For those that don't know, it's a coffee maker. You also can boil some water. And also the fire pit has a little thing where you can cook over an open fire if you like to do that. Tonight is probably what we'll do. We heat up a can of chili, and I might just crack it open and set it by the fire and heat it up that way. And even though we could use the little Coleman stove here, but I think that's what we're going to do. Just very simple, relaxed. We don't have a whole lot of stuff. Let's go over here, see where our tent is, and you can see it's kind of wooded, so it gives you that feel that you kind of have like a little private campsite. And this is our tent. It is a Coleman. It is a easy, fast pitch tent. Thank the Lord. So when we did get here, it was already dark. I'll let y'all peek inside. We just have a air mattress in there, 2 sleeping bags, 2 pillows, 1 bag of clothes, got a towel down there so we don't get it all dirty. And we just do all of our little bagging that holds everything in that corner. Just enough room for us, quite nice and cozy. Over here, we did bring the shower house, and mostly so we could put a porta potty, camp potty in there. Thank the Lord again, because it's nothing like getting older, and whenever you gotta go, you gotta go. I won't show y'all that, but it's a portable toilet. Has the little, you can put the little pack in it so that the water's not smelly. But of course, I know some of you off-gridders have composting toilets, but you know, that's the next best thing for traveling, camping. It's pretty much off-grid. Our Coleman lantern was giving us some problems, so we didn't even bring it. We just brought some rechargeable lights that we had at the house. Some are solar, had them sitting out in the sun today. But as you can see, the canopy above us, it doesn't really let a whole lot of sun in here. When it gets dark, it's going to be dark really fast. There's a campsite next to us where that ring is on the left side of the screen, past the picnic table, but no one was there. I think the spot next to there had reserved 2 spots. Some little kids were playing, put their hammocks up over there. So that gave us even more privacy. But we've done hit a whole bunch of walking trails, done walked around, cleaned up some little twigs hanging here and there for starting the campfire. But right here is behind the tent. You can't see anyone. Very secluded, very quiet, and most of the campsites here are like that. So we really did like that. Now we just went on a whim. We didn't know for sure. We've never been to this campground before, but we did the little boat tour, and that was like the main attraction. And since Veterans Day is coming up, they shot some cannons off, talked to some people that were in the war and that are veterans. So did like a little Veterans Day memorial and some other little Veterans Day events. But now it's about, I guess about 4:30ish in the evening on Saturday evening, and sun's starting to go down. They do a sunset tour where you can go on the boat and watch the sun go down. But we went with the earlier little tour so we could get back to the campsite and hang out and just relax. Take a little break and just enjoy being out in nature. I heard some people talking, so I wasn't sure if I was coming up on anyone. I think a lot of the people, it's kind of quiet right now. It was really loud earlier because there was a lot of people here, and I think a lot of them went on the night tour. So that worked out good for us. We want to get up early and go do an early tour and get back so we can just literally relax and hang out at the campsite. So trying to get the fire going so we can roast us some hot dogs, and we're going to splurge and have us some delicious s'mores. And oh my, yes, I did. I even brought some chocolate milk in the ice chest. So we are just going to enjoy ourselves. You know what they say. You're only going to live once, right? Might as well enjoy it. So I think that's going to do it for this video. It's going to be kind of longer than normal, but it's been a long time since I posted a video as well. So I hope someone enjoys it, and hope everyone else is doing good. I have talked to a few of you. Everything is fine. We've just been taking a break. Just have a lot going on. Very busy. So that'll do it for today. And thanks for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And farewell, Homestead family, friends, and neighbors from the cozy cottage at the, whoa, getting smoked out at the Blakeley Heritage State Park in Alabama.